Hello, hello. So how many of you are having trouble staying focused in your business this summer? Let me hear it. Let me tell you your thoughts. What's been going on in your business? Are you still kind of where you're at? Do you feel like you're not getting ahead? Do you feel like you're a little stuck? So today I'm going to be sharing with you my 3-step formula for staying laser focused and on task. And what I'm about to share with you, this 3-step formula is actually going to help you with your daily DMO, your daily mode of operation. So you're definitely going to want to stick around for that. So let me know if you're watching live and where you're tuning in from. If you're watching the replay, drop a replay. I'd love to hear from you and give you a little shout out as well. So, and if you're new to me and maybe viewing me for the first time, welcome. My name is Melissa Kibler, and I help entrepreneurs and network marketers to really get on the fast track to success using simple and effective social media strategies. So here's my current situation right now. So I'm a mom of 2, right? And I have 2 kids, they're out of school. So we always are on the go. We're always wanting to do some fun things throughout the summer. So our time is very, very limited. So how do you stay on task? What's a good, DMO, especially if you're in network marketing? Let me know right now if you're watching the replay or watching live, are you currently in network marketing? Let me know what type of industry you are in, because I'm going to give you this 3-step formula that's going to help anybody, no matter what industry that you are in, for really helping to create a clear DMO for your business. So let me know right now, if you're watching or on the replay, what are some of your biggest distractions? I'd love to kind of brain dump some things in the comments, start engaging and share. What are some of your biggest distractions that you have when it comes to building your business? And I'll go ahead, and as you're dropping them in the comments or wanting to share those with me, I'm going to share with you sometimes of what I've come across throughout my journey, of what's really has gotten me distracted along the journey or along the path at some point. So how many of you can relate that Facebook can be like a major distraction sometimes? Like you sit down, you're all excited, you got your cup of coffee, you're ready to get to work, but all of a sudden you're like, here we're scrolling through our feed, right? And all of a sudden we're getting distracted by opening up emails, or all of a sudden you're on one page and you're watching this video, and the next thing you know, like 30 minutes to an hour later, you have gotten off track, right? What about kids? I mean, kids can be a distraction sometimes. Like my kids are a little bit older now, so they're pretty self-sufficient. They can pretty much like hold their own while mom blocks out this chunk of time to work. But sometimes it's just, maybe it's the noise in the background. Maybe it's just the stress going on in your head of having to like manage the kids and feeding them and household chores. And I mean, that could be a distraction too, right? What about not having a plan? What about if you sit down and it's like, okay, you have these things that your company, that your leaders tell you to do, making this list, reaching out to people, you know what to do. So you have to start to think about, what is it that's holding you back? Why are you procrastinating from doing those daily activities that are going to help you get further along in your business? Are those activities really serving you? Or are they just kind of like there, right? So it could be really not having a plan, or maybe that you do have a plan, but that plan isn't aligning to who you are and to really how you want to grow your business. That's something that I see so much. People that come in and join me in my company, in my organization, and they're super excited. They like what they see. They like all of these, to be able to work and to have this residual and time freedom and financial freedom. But when it comes down to it, when they're asked to do certain activities, they just feel uncomfortable. Maybe they're new to the industry, and it's just something that they are not willing to do right off the bat. So how can we help those types of people to stay in action and to stay focused into building their business? So I have a little insight around that. But so what are some other distractions that you have when it comes to building your business that can get in the way? So here's this. Imagine if you could be extremely focused. So if you have very, very limited time, if maybe you're working a full-time job, or even if you're not working a full-time job, you've gotten into, if it's in network marketing, you've gotten into this business to have more time freedom. So there's no reason to be working and hustling and grinding it out 24/7 all day long on social media and feel like, your life is just that you don't have a life and that you just are in the same place as when you started. So imagine being extremely focused with the very, very limited time that you have to work your business. I'm going to break this down and give you my 3-step formula. So hang in tight for that. So I want you to first think about so think about when you got started in your business, why did you get started in your business? what is it going to do for you? So whether it's time freedom, financial freedom, maybe you have a big income goal, maybe you want to retire, your husband if he's working a lot and he's not being able, he's not able to stay home, with you, or he's missing out on the kids, whatever that is. But I want you to go a step further, okay? Hi, Emery, thank you for joining in live. So a lot of the time people have this big end result, and this is where I want to help you get some more clarity around this. How many of you have thought, I just want to make it to the top of my company. I want to get to this rank. Like, this is my end result goal. So what I'm trying to say is, like, sometimes that's not enough. I want you to dig a little deeper and think, okay, what's going to happen? How is my life going to change? How are things going to be different if I hit this result? So it's almost like you think of these two bookends, okay? Think of these bookends, and not sure how you're able to see this on your end, but on the right side of the bookend, this is my right, on the right side of your bookend, you have a big end result, okay? And when I say result, this is something that is external. This is something that you can measure, okay? So when I hear people say, I want to be to the top of my company, or I want to be this rank, that's not quite enough. That's not something that I can just measure. So that's not something that we can track and be accountable with our actions and behaviors to know exactly what we need to do to get there. Are you following me so far? Hopefully you are. So your end result on the right side of that bookend is something that you can measure. So you think about your big result, something that you want to achieve long term, and then you break that down. So here's how I stay super focused, and this is my 3-step formula for doing that, and to really have a clear action plan, a daily action plan every single day. So every single month I break down, and I have a new goal, I have a new result that I can measure at the end of every 30 days. And the intention there is that this 30-day result is going to help get me closer to that end big result and goal that I have for my business, okay? So before we can even make that result, before we can even decide what that 30-day result is going to be, you also have to think on the other side of that bookend is, what is your intention, right? Because if you don't have and make that intention, that's where we seem to fall off. That's when procrastination happens. We let fear creep in, and it holds us. We let those distractions kind of take over, and it really holds us, kind of takes us away from hitting that big that 30-day result. So you really want to be sure to have that intention in place. So if my intention is, if I'm thinking of a rank advancement, what is the group volume that's going to get me to my rank advancement? My intention, why do I want to be able to, what is my intention behind wanting to make this happen? Okay. Maybe it's, to, because then I'm going to feel better about the income coming in, right? It's less stress, less overwhelm about maybe finances. It's getting me closer to have my husband come home. But, to go deeper than that, now, if you have the finances coming in, what is that going to do for you? What is your life going to look like? See, when you get really deep with that, and when you go deeper into discovering what that looks like, what that feels like for you, you're more likely to stay on course. You're more likely to stay on the path. Now, what happens in between these two bookends? This is where it gets really fun and super exciting for you, because this makes your daily mode of operation super clear and straightforward when it comes to the very limited time that you have to work your business. So now that we have this intention for hitting this result, right? And it's got to be measurable, remember. What do we need to do to get that result? So now you're kind of working backwards, right? So I'm just going to use this as an example, but this can be anything, and this can apply really to any area of your life. This can apply to anybody, no matter what business you are in. So think about if somebody wants to hit rank and they have this group volume that they want to hit. And remember, this has to be a realistic goal. It's got to be something that's going to stretch you a little bit, but also be very realistic. So if you want to hit this group volume for your business, for your organization, what might you need to do, which is in between these bookends? These are all of your behaviors. These are all of your action steps that you're going to be doing in order to achieve this desired result. So now that you have this result, I like to almost backtrack. what does it look like for me to hit that group volume? And if you're watching me live, definitely throw some things in the comments. I'd love to get your just a general idea of what you're thinking. What do you think you need to do to be able to hit that volume? What are some activities? What are some income bringing activities that's going to bring you a little bit closer to getting that group volume? So let me know in the comments below. And if you're watching the replay, I'd love to come back and hear what you have to say about this. And I'll just read off some of the things that most people think of when it comes to or what most people do when it comes to achieving those results in their business, especially when it comes to network marketing. So, especially when you're building online, and though this is going to be a little different too, because whether you're building offline belly to belly, that might look like home parties, one-on-one, sending out samples, picking up the phone call, all of those things, you're going to be doing those types of things. Now, this is very different for somebody that's solely trying to build their business online. If you're building your business online and you're trying to hit that volume, your activities are going to look a little deeper and a little bit more focused because it's now online social media related. So maybe that's putting out quality content every single day. And then you're going to hone into like, how many times a day can I be consistent? Maybe you can do 2 posts consistently every single day. Maybe that's also incorporating Facebook Lives, whether it's 1 Facebook Live a week, 3 Facebook Lives a week. How many maybe engaging posts, right? Questions, things like that. How many people are you talking to and getting into conversations? What you're really, really focusing on, and when it comes down to it, network marketing doesn't have to be so hard at all because it really comes down to just a few things. It's just, building up that relationship, right? So if we're putting out quality content, I'm a huge fan of attraction marketing. You will never go on my page and see what company I'm in or what products I have, and there's no need for that. And people ask, like, Melissa, like, how do they know to come to you to order? How do they know what company you're in or what you do if you don't even talk about it? Well, here's the thing. If you're doing all of these things like home parties and one-on-ones and you're posting about your products on your social media and you're sharing your company graphics, I want to ask you right now, like, how is that serving you? Is that helping you right now? Are you doing those things and still stuck? Like, are you not growing and not getting those results? That could be a reason why, just saying, because, I've just seen that happen to so many people. But here's the thing, you have to have these activities, and yes, you're gonna have to get out of your comfort zone for certain things and get out of, overcome some fears, because again, it's not about us, right? It's about the other person. But I also want to encourage you all to make sure that you're doing activities that you feel good about, like that align with who you are, because at the end of the day, like, if you're building your business for the long term, you want to enjoy those activities. You want to enjoy what you're doing every single day. So this is why I teach, and this is why I do attraction marketing on my page. So it's not so much putting out posts about my company or my product, but it's more so putting out really valuable content that showcases who I am, what I'm all about, what I love, my message for people. I do love health and wellness. I'm huge into like my family. My family, comes first, and in faith and just my lifestyle of like being outdoorsy and camping, and I do all of these things, right? So you think about a few things that encompasses really who you are, and that you want to, because you don't want to change who you are and be somebody else to grow your business. So when you're putting that out on social media and you're just being you, like, you don't have to be anybody else, you're being authentically you, and you're posting some quality content. And when I say quality, it's all about, how can I serve my audience? How can I maybe educate my audience? How can I give them some value, right? And what I mean by that is, like, if I'm in health and wellness, and if I come across things that I learn in health and wellness, I can give that back in that niche that I'm in without having to give away my company or my product. Or, people love to be motivated, inspired, entertained. So you think about the content that people are looking for relative to who you are, put that on your personal page, and that's going to attract those people to you more so, and then be able to build up and strengthen and start those conversations from there. And then what I would recommend is, you have your bookends, you have your intention, your result. I want you to just take some time and brain dump everything that you need to do in order to achieve that result. What might you do that's going to help you to achieve that desired result? And again, all of those activities, but if it doesn't serve you, then it's time to reach out. And my door is always open as far as attraction marketing strategies and how that's really helped me on my page. But as far as that, you just have to be really specific with your behaviors and actions for, within that 30-day mark. And then what I would say is, that's really your daily mode of operation. So, but when you are working your business and say you have that, 15 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever you have to work your business, you're going right back to your behaviors and actions, and you're simply, checking them off or making sure that you're doing them every single day to hit that goal. So hopefully, does that make sense for those of you that are watching the replay? Let me know if that makes sense. Drop a hashtag value if you've gotten value from this. And so, if you're curious to learn more about just different ideas for content, that's something else. If that's holding you back, is I just don't know what to post about. Drop the word content below. Maybe if there's enough people that have that same struggle or challenge, I can definitely do a Facebook Live on that about, my daily DMO and what I do, and some income bringing activities for that as well. So that'll be another live, but thank you so much for tuning in and watching this afternoon. Usually I do a live in the morning. So thank you so much for taking the time out of your day. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.